is from the Old Testament, and though you might not expect a message for graduates from the Old Testament, it's actually for all of us when it comes to asking for wisdom. From the first book of Kings, chapter 3, verses 5 to 15. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, "Ask what I should give you." And Solomon said, "You have shown great and steadfast love to your servant, my father David, because he walked before you in faithfulness, in righteousness, and uprightness of heart toward you. And you have kept for him this great and steadfast love, and have given him a son to sit on his throne today. And now, O Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David, although I am only a little child. I do not know how to go out or come in. And your servant is in the midst of the people whom you have chosen, a great people, so numerous they cannot be numbered or counted. Give your servant, therefore, an understanding mind to govern your people, able to discern between good and evil. For who can govern this, your great people?" It pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this. God said to him, "Because you have asked this and have not asked for yourself a long life or riches or for the life of your enemies, but have asked for yourself understanding to discern what is right, I now do according to your word. Indeed, I give you a wise and discerning mind. No one like you has been before you, and no one like you shall arise after you. I give you also what you have not asked, both riches and honor all your life. No other king shall compare with you. If you will walk in my ways, keeping my statutes and my commandments as your father David walked, then I will lengthen your life." Then Solomon awoke. It had been a dream. He came to Jerusalem, where he stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. He offered up burnt offerings and offerings of well-being, and provided a feast for all his servants.
On this Trinity Sunday, I had planned to talk on what I think is one of the most powerful virtues of the Holy Spirit, and that is wisdom. And one of the things that I learned about wisdom, or one of the virtues about being a wise person, is to learn how to bend and to bow to present situations. It is already 11 o'clock. But do not say that you left here without a sermon. The whole hour there has been preaching. If you, like Solomon, have an understanding heart. The children singing to the older children. The mothers and the fathers and the grandmothers proud to sit beside their graduate here. You members of the community, we heard it in David's voice this morning and in Susan's voice, recognizing and offering gifts and scholarships and being proud to be a member of this faith community. We've heard and we've seen and we've witnessed, and then for Dave to even go a step further and tell you about the Women's Circle's generosity to his family. This is wise stuff, my friends. Very wise. And so I will not give you the 15-minute sermon. The good news is at least for me, that I didn't prepare it in vain. I have been asked to come back a number of Sundays in the summer, so I'll give you bits and pieces of that. But I will leave you with one of the 3 stories that I've chosen to comment on today, because I carefully chose it for those of you that are graduating, and I'd like to see some head nodding of those of us who have white hair, or even if we're the only ones that know we have white hair, to say, oh yes, listen up, young people, this is what you want to learn as you spread your wings and begin the first day of the rest of your life. Solomon asked for an understanding heart. He asked for wisdom. And if you remember in the Old Testament, he had a very difficult decision to make. There were 2 women living in the same household, and there was a baby. And they both came to him and said, this is my baby, this is my baby. He could not quickly make the decision of who gets this baby. And so he threw it back to them, wanting his guard to split the baby in half and give half to one mother and half to the other mother. And of course, you know the story. The real mother said, oh no, give her the baby. Wise decisions you will be asked to make throughout your life. And that's why learning and starting anew and getting all that you can from the people around you, not only just from the books, is important. And so here's my story. The wise teacher, who was only a couple of years shy from retirement, posed the following dilemma to each of her classes at least once a year. She said to them, imagine you are sleeping, you are dreaming, and a big tiger is chasing you, and you turn sideways and backwards, and at every turn you find the ferocious animal coming after you. How do you escape? Most of the students stared in silence, perplexed, until one among them suggested, I think there's only one answer. You wake up. Wake up. And so, our message to you, dear graduates, sleep when you must, but when you're awake, wake up. Pay attention. Look around. There is not a person, a place, or a thing that is going to come into your life that you cannot use. It's been designed for you. Can I get some nodding of heads? The good, the bad, the horrible, the excitement, all of it can be worked out for your good. Can I get some applause? We who stand here 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years before you want you to know this. And when you forget, come back to us and we will sing this song to you. Lord, give me a heart of flesh to hear your word, your song. I've had a heart of stone for so long. And listen to do and where to hear your voice. Lord, now before I sing my song, you are preparing to sing your song. Listen to the voices of wisdom coming straight from God. God bless you. We love you. Come on back home.